Good morning. This is the Great Basin Fire Potential Outlook for this Thursday, July 14th. We have some developments going on our impact map. Several things. First, gusty winds in areas in the orange light tan shade across parts of northwestern Nevada and also into eastern Nevada and parts of western Utah. Overlapped with that will be some lightning starting Sunday, continuing through Thursday. So we'll have to watch for that as well. So again, some significant occurrences of lightning and wind overlap together. We'll keep you posted and briefed as we go on through this briefing. Nothing much going on precipitation-wise or lightning-wise in the past 24 hours. Some isolated showers through central Nevada, but nothing of significance. Our new fire activity, new starts in the red circles, existing fires in the yellow. Observed precipitation, last 7 days on the left, last 14 days on the right. You can see how dry much of the southern two-thirds of our area was in the last 7 days and how wet it was up in the mountains of central Idaho. And we have to go back towards day 14 previously to see the last remnants of any rain across southern Nevada and Utah. That's setting the stage for some much drier fuel conditions. So let's take a look and see what fuels were just 2 days ago. You can see it started to dry out across Utah, moderately dry across Nevada, and moist up to the north. But in the past 2 days, look at the changes that we've seen. Drying to the 80th and 90th percentile across a good portion of Utah, and in the 80th to near 90th percentile also across parts of southern Nevada as well, remaining quite moist to the north. Latest infrared satellite imagery with upper-level maps superimposed a flat ridge of high pressure across southern Arizona and New Mexico. At the moment, keeping subtropical moisture well off to our south. And that's because this low and this belt of westerlies is acting like a lid, preventing any northward transport. But we'll start seeing things shift around and be watching how quickly this moisture starts to surge northward. So here's our significant fire potential outlook. We start with today. You can see our driest areas in the brown, and moistest areas in the green to the north. And we'll see a trend in those colors as we go through the next couple of days. Looking at weather conditions for today, single-digit humidity across much of Nevada and Utah, starting to dry out to the north, and just moderately breezy on the right-hand side. Nothing really outstanding in terms of wind speeds just yet. Now we go to Friday, see low pressure dropping down towards the Pacific Northwest, tightening the wind gradient a little bit, drier air punching into our western areas. Here's our significant fire potential for tomorrow on the right, and this drier air will continue to dry fuels like we saw the significant changes in our ERCs. That trend, unfortunately, will continue. And tomorrow we do start seeing winds picking up on the right-hand side. You see these orange shades, those are wind gusts 25 to 30 miles per hour, otherwise about 15 to 25 miles per hour. It's a typical breezy day. Again, very dry, single digits in Nevada, single digits to low teens across Utah, and just a little bit higher, but starting to dry out across Idaho and parts of Wyoming. And then we go towards Saturday. Again, this gradient tightens up a bit. The winds might get a little stronger. For that reason, we have issued high risk for areas in the lee of the Sierra, as well as areas of southern Nevada and southern Utah where winds could be picking up, a combination of the gradient and also the heating mechanism that occurs in those areas. And if we go to the weather conditions, again, single-digit humidity through here. But you notice the models indicating stronger winds pushing in across southern Nevada and especially southern Utah. These purple shades, gusts of 35 to maybe even 45 miles per hour. Also maybe 30 to 40 miles per hour after days and days of single-digit humidity in the lee of the Sierra. No precipitation expected for our area during the first 3 days. Now we go further down the road, several things happen. This trough sharpens up, still gusty winds out here in Nevada, that's why we have the high risk. But you notice that the high pressure ridge is starting to arc a little bit further north. See this bulge through here? So we're starting to get a little rotation of some moisture in these green areas and even in the black areas between the green and the tannish shades. Just enough possibly to fuel some thunderstorm activity isolated, so by late Sunday, southern areas of Utah, after days and days of very dry conditions and very dry fuels, could be seeing their first lightning in a long time. On Monday, on the left-hand side, we see that moisture surging northwards through here, and so on the right-hand side, we've expanded our lightning, spreading a bit further to the north. Still windy, however, across other parts of the area due to this low-pressure area kind of still sitting here and tightening up, unusually strong for this time of year. So the combination of not only lightning, but also wind. So I'll have to watch this very carefully. As we go into Tuesday, similar conditions, dry and windy across western Nevada, still lingering thunderstorms with some breezes across our eastern areas, and even by Wednesday, still seeing a good surge of monsoonal moisture through here in the dark green. You see that lightning for high risk through here. Our eastern and far southern areas could finally get enough wetting rains to not create any significant factors with that lightning. Precipitation over the entire 7-day period, not that much, quarter to maybe a half inch in most areas, so this is not going to be a soaking wet monsoonal thunderstorm activity type event like we see down here in Mexico. So we do have some serious concerns. We'll monitor the situation very carefully. Our extended outlook, temperature-wise, still below normal in the Pacific Northwest, means there'll be areas of low pressure through here. Warmer as you head further south, obviously. The monsoonal push could get going a little bit more, especially in our southern and eastern areas. We'll continue to monitor that. So again, summing things up, windy for this weekend, but late this weekend, early next week, the focus shifts to lightning, and there will be a time period overlapping with lightning and wind. This concludes our briefing. Have a great day.